Hello, everybody. Today, I'm gonna just talk about building your portfolio, new way of doing this thing, because maybe you just try to build your portfolio and couldn't find a job or couldn't find a internships. And I was same positions as you, like I couldn't find internships, I couldn't find jobs. And then I did some stuff differently and then find 2 or 3 times my jobs from getting a message from LinkedIn. So my presentation will be all about this thing, and of course with open source contribution, or we can say building your projects publicly is open source thing. And yeah, let's get started. The agenda will be who am I and why I'm here, and then all way of doing building your portfolio. And then I'm just gonna talk about purple cow paradigm, and then definitely gonna talk about authenticity. Authenticity is your key for building a portfolio and finding a job. Okay, who am I? I'm actually a not dropout CS student because I don't like school and my school is extended 1 year and I'm still doing my undergraduate degree. And right now I'm so excited about LLMs and how large language models are changing the world and changing our daily life. And also people are saying that I'm a good connector, I'm a good communicator, and that's why I'm also frankly authentic about community building and DevRel stuff, developer relations. And also I think I'm a slow learner, but more like a concentrated or smart learner. And then last but not least, on a relentless journey of growth. I love growth and I hate fixed mindset. Okay, so as the agenda says, the first thing is we are gonna talk about old way of doing finding jobs, building your portfolio. Actually, I have some notes in here. I'm just gonna say that right now, as maybe you you see or you saw or like you're aware of that, right now it's really when you're applying for a position, applying for a job, your CV is not effective enough. Like most of the time, if you're not looking for a corporate business or other stuff, your CV will be like nothing, because right now most people are care about your social presence, your projects, your open source projects, and then your posts on the LinkedIn. I think like your LinkedIn profile or GitHub profile is like better than your CV. And also, so during this talk, I'm just gonna talk about finding a job or building your portfolio, but at the same time, just remember that you cannot make things rush when you're finding a job, because like there are a lot of quotes for this one, like just find your jobs when you're in job, like when you have job, and that's really important. And the other thing is like when you're connecting with other people, when you're asking something, you just don't take more energy than you give to the person, because like most of the time, like uh I'm just sending a lot of messages on the LinkedIn to the people to for having a talk. And I should I think like it's my how can I say, it's my thing about like I have to give more than I take, and then I can ask questions, and that's it. Anyway, let's back into the presentation. So I'm gonna just talk about fixed mindset. Most of the people think about like, if I have degree, it will be easier for me to job. Yes, it is, but why you're not building your portfolio right now, not after school, right now? And then most of the people are thinking about like relatives, is is a better way to find a job, because like when you have a connection in a company, it will be easier for you. Yes, it will be easier, but it's not the whole thing. And also, most of the people are doing these projects that are not fun, or that are not interested for themselves. And like, if you have a chance to work on your hobby project with your hobbies, like basketball, football, or other stuff, it will be, I think it will be best for you to having a fun and like stacking your motivators. And yeah, and all of these fixed mindset lead to this, like crying with your resume that you cannot find a job because you are doing something differently. And I'm just gonna talk about purple cows. And purple cows is a thing that when I reading Cal Newport's book, I guess, yes, when I reading Cal Newport books that become so good they can ignore you. Uh, he was just talking about purple cows. And like, imagine you're always going to from town to city, and beside the road there are a lot of cows, like black cows, gray cows, white cows. And then like you're not aware every time because they are always there. But when you have some kind of purple cows beside the street, beside the road, you're just gonna say, wow. Just gonna take your phone and take a picture of purple cow and just gonna share. Or if there are other people like beside you, you're just gonna say, wow, look at the purple cow. And yeah, that's the thing. And it's a marketing paradigm that that is all about being remarkable. And I'm just gonna ask you a question about, like, do you believe that you own a purple cow that make things differently for you? Okay. And I was just I just want to think you about purple cows, and if you have a purple cow. Anyway, let's go. And the purple cows is all about being 100% remarkable. So how can you be remarkable in this world, like in this big world, because there are Elon Musk, there are like other crazy people of remarkable people. So remarkable is not all about quality, but more than uniqueness. Okay, quality is always effective, remarkable, but you have to be unique. Like, so every people in the data science field somehow build some kind of projects, portfolio projects with Titanic dataset, right? And like, it's not remarkable because there is no uniqueness. But if you have some kind of project with your hobby, like basketball, or like with your hobby of gym workout, or those kind of stuff, building some kind of data science project with basketball data set, or like football data set with unique data sets, it's gonna definitely make you more unique from the other people, and you can just stand out from other candidates when you're applying for a position. And also, I don't have cover video, but it's really crazy idea, because I just saw on the LinkedIn some time ago that somebody just built a video about herself and her projects, not just CV, you know. I think it's definitely be remarkable when you send a cover video to somebody, and if you make it like personal, or like for the company, customized for cover video, it's gonna definitely be make you remarkable from other candidates. And you have to sustain it, this remarkableness. And how can you do that? Like, keep doing unique stuff with your hobbies, with your interests. And you I think like right now the best thing is like share what you learn on the LinkedIn and show up every day. Like, I'm not saying literally every day, but you have to show up sometime, some period of time in the LinkedIn and just share what you learned. And yeah, and these are some small bets that I think it's really useful for you to build your open source portfolio, or like build your own portfolio. So there is a new paradigm about build, ship, share, and I just learned it from AI Makerspace. And why I love it, because you are building, shipping, and sharing. So what you can build is hobby projects. So start with your interests, start with your hobbies that you already have. Like if your hobbies is all about flowers, make some projects about flowers. It will be definitely make you stand out from other people. And then I think like building relationships with networking. Okay, I say that some people are just thinking about like being relatives, but not having relatives in the company is making easier for them to find a job. You have to build your relationships and networking, but at the same time you have to build your own hard skills like programming, coding, building your projects with, as I said, hobby projects. And then you can ask some other people for help when you're finding jobs. But don't forget about like you have to give more than what you take. And then shipping is all about, okay, you can ship or make live of your projects with small prototypes. And then hackathons are definitely great way to ship or build your small products or like small projects. And also I'm doing the hackathons like the last weekend. We did some kind of projects and we got the first place. I'm still doing the hackathons, and I love doing projects about LLMs in the hackathons. And also sharing. So you can share with your technical writing. You can write on the Medium. If you want to have your website, you can build your own website. I did both of them. Like I wrote some blog posts on the Medium. I wrote some blog posts about on my own website. And also, okay, so another paradigm is all about new way of writing. So people are always thinking about like writing on their own website is better, but at the same time you have to post on the strong social media places, right? Like LinkedIn, Twitter, or like I think GitHub is not a good example, but some other places like Polywork, etc. And I think like sharing blog post or like what you wrote down on the blog post on the LinkedIn post, I think it will be make easier for you to reach out other people and build in public, showing what you learned. And also you can shoot videos always. Like I think like when things came to the sharing, like you built your project, you built your projects with hackathons, small prototypes, hobby projects, etc. And then when it comes to sharing, it's always hard, because like there are a lot of fears, like fear of other people judgment, fear of other people thinking, fear of like there are a lot of fears. So what you can do is just do it. It's a great recommendation, like just do it. And maybe you can ask somebody when you're sharing your first post, you can ask for feedbacks about your first post. Or if it's really hard, you can always ask me about feedback for your posts, for your videos, for your blog posts, everything. You can ask feedbacks for to the people about your what you are sharing. Okay, the another thing is authenticity. I think so. Okay, being standout is not meaning of like building crazy projects, building your, hackathon project, etc. But it's more about you have everybody everybody all already a purple cow, because there's authenticity that other people cannot compete with you, because you have your own view, you have your own perspective, own thoughts. And but why we are gray cows right now? Because system. It's really hard for other people, other management people, to manage you when everybody has like their individual views, individual perspectives. So you have to see some things at a way that people can manage you. That's why system is makes us gray cows. But these are like three of my principles: create more than consume, growth more than fix, give more than take. If you apply these three principles in your life, you can get regain of your public calmness, and you can take your authenticity, and it will be really easier for you to find a job and build your portfolio. I think that's it. I I hope this meeting, this session will be remarkable for you to to connect with me on the LinkedIn, connect with me on the Twitter or other places, anywhere what you want. And that's it. If you have any questions, I can take questions right now. Okay,
Hi, Mert. Thanks a lot for the great talk. I love the concept of giving as well as taking when interacting with others. Do you have any examples? I can think of examples from my own life of what I can contribute, but do you have any of the examples that you can share with us?
yeah, okay. So when I'm asking some people about having a meeting with them, I'm just asking about like, I know we are really busy, but I can bring my own authentic perspective of seeing the LLMs and my own thoughts about deterministic thoughts about LLMs, and that's just it. You don't have to give like, I don't know, other examples, but I think bringing your own perspective is already bigger than what you are taking from other people.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
And
great.
like, as I said, when I'm sending a message to other people, personalized invitation is always works for me, I think. So some of them are not working, but most of the time they're working. And also, as I said, you just have to say that I know you are really busy, or like, but maybe we can do this meeting next week, or like 2 weeks later, or like next month. You can just postpone it, because like the other people will always be busier, or I don't know, maybe busier, or like have a lot of things on their plate. And if you ask like another month, or like I can ping you like next month, or like next after 2 weeks, it always works. Just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you never try, if you don't ask, you never know.
Yeah, definitely. And also right now I'm reading this book about 4-hour work week, and there's concept about like Tim Ferriss is just giving some kind of challenge to the students about try to reach out some like remarkable persons, or like unreachable persons, like CEOs, CTOs, and like, because of people are not sending emails, they cannot reach. But other people just try to send emails like twice twice a week or something like that, and then just got the meeting. That's it.
Yeah.
Because because nobody is trying this stuff, you know? And if you try it, you can maybe reach it. Thank you, Abdul, for
Absolutely.
the question, by the way.
It's okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
I have another question from Aaron. What hackathons do you recommend participating in the data analytics or AI? So right now I'm just following two places when it comes to hackathons, LabLab AI, and the other one is DevPost. Both of these places have great hackathons for LLMs, AI, or data and data science or analytics. Yeah, I think just two places like LabLab AI. I think that they are doing like 2 hackathons a week, twice a week, or something like that, and that's crazy. And also, always you can look at some other projects, some other public projects, because they have already galleries of projects in the hackathons, and you can take inspiration from these projects when you're building your own project. And yeah. Okay, any other questions? Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. And also I saw that Aishwarya on the talk.
Yeah, we have one raised hand.
Yeah, sorry, I actually joined the session late, so I just wanted to ask you a few questions, like simple questions. Actually, I am not that great at coding. Like I know Python and SQL, but people who contribute in open source, they have some very big profiles on like Twitter, GitHub, that they have done big projects, and then even they get jobs also through open source. So can you guide for someone like us who are not that good in coding, but if we want to contribute something, what should we do? Like, I mean,
Mhm. I think like, okay, I can just share you on here. Let's do it. Like beginner guide of contribution. Okay, I think like there are a lot of blog posts of how you can contribute, or like there are a lot of videos about it. And I think the key thing when you're contributing is good first issues. Just look at the good first issues. And some companies, some open source companies has already some kind of mentorship for contribution, or like you can ask any questions that you want in the places like Discord communities or like Slack communities of these open source projects. And I think they're gonna definitely like help you, because I think their job is like community managers' job is makes you easier to contribute on their projects. Yeah, I think I answered your question.
yes, and another question I had is like, I just checked your LinkedIn, you've done a lot. Like, so how to like any guide for making good ML any like roadmap for making good ML projects? Because like nowadays lot of things are coming up in market like LLMs, and like there are various LLMs. So first we had
Mhm.
just a chat GPT, but now if you see, we have even LLMs for even IT infrastructure too. Like on Twitter I could see those posts for LLMs.
Yeah, so I think best thing to learn is, okay, I learned a lot from other people when I'm joining the hackathons, and because some other people are doing great programming, like clean code, and those other principles of like system design, etc. And you can just uh, participate in the hackathons, and you can find teammates that are really hard coders because I'm also not great at coding. And then you can learn from other people, like when you are having a project with them on the hackathons, and I think that's a great way. And yeah, I think that is the answer. And also you can like find videos or like find blog posts about on the web, internet, you know. How to start contribution to open source project. Okay, so there are like if LLM open source projects, or which is what I'm interested in right now. Let's do a quick thing. And also, can I take like 10 minutes or something like that, Barbara? For just showing
Yeah,
how
we still have a few minutes, so if you want to share something, I think this might be a good moment. Folks, for those of you that have other plans, we're past the time, but the session's still recorded. You're welcome to hang around and continue with the session. Otherwise, you will be able to have the access to recording afterward.
Yeah, thank you, Barbara. Okay, yeah. So these are the open source LLMs. Yeah, I think in this Reddit post, there are some crazy tools like LangChain, Llama Index, and other stuff. And also another thing is like you don't need to have some kind of hard skills of like programming when you're contributing. You can contribute with like with documentations, with other stuff, with non-technical stuff, and then after some time you can turn out to become more like a hard skill contributor. You can contribute if you have experience with the documentations, and then it will be easier for you to contribute on the code base. And yeah.
Thank you so
And
much for your valuable suggestions. I will apply them in my learning.
And also, as probably Camila sent in the chat, there are like places, Outreachy or like other places to find open source internships. And yeah, that's a great way to like contribute open source and doing your internship at the same time, killing two birds with one stone. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop my share right there. And also after this meeting, after this session, I will be on the air meet. I think there's a place for the mentorship that we can have talk one by one, or like maybe I can increase, I don't know, but maybe I can increase the people on the air meet. I don't know. And yeah, that's it.